everyone, this is Heather with Keto Superwoman, and today we're going to make a simple, easy, weekday, weekend, exhausted, quick meal. It is the egg roll in a bowl. I know you've always heard about this one. It's everywhere on Pinterest, YouTube, but I had a long weekend and because my son got married and I'm tired and I don't want to do a big cooking. So I have already started my meats. And I actually mixed my turkey breakfast sausage and my mild Italian sausage, because sometimes I usually do separate ones, but I just decided I'd mix it up today and I would do both of them together. So I have that in one pan, and this is all going to be done in one pan. So less dishes, the better. So I just did this, and I'm going to go ahead and put some onion. I already had cut up an onion, so this is about a third of a cup of onion, so I'm just going to do that. I have one piece in here I don't like. So a third of a cup of onion, just put in there. I'm just going to cook it up, you know. It doesn't have to be like super soft. I'm just kind of getting it just to soften it just a little bit because it's going to continue to cook while I put the other items in. And so there are other options you can do with egg roll in a bowl that I'll talk about towards the end a little bit more. This is, of course, the keto version, because we're keto superwoman. So we're going to, sometimes we do, I do rice for the non-keto people in the house. I will do that as a base for them. I also have some spring rolls that I probably will add for my son tonight. And sometimes I eat them because they're great and they're easy. You can put them you can cook these in the air fryer, bake them in the oven, or the old-fashioned route, the worst one, fry them. So, but you can. So 2 of these wrappers, which since I had the weight loss surgery, I could probably eat 1.5. Depending on how hungry I am, sometimes I can eat 2, depending on how thick I make them. So it's 13 carbs, 2 protein. So I guess what net is 11 carbs for 2 wraps. I mean, it's really what your choice is. And I was looking at the store today, and sometimes we want bread, and I just don't want to get it. And I was given something over the weekend that I wanted to try with like toast. So, and I hadn't done my chaffles yet this week because our power went out last weekend, and I lost everything in my refrigerator, everything in my freezer, and I had pre-made my chaffles. Y'all know I pre-make my chaffles and freeze them. But guess what? I lost everything, so I haven't remade it. So with everything going on this past week and weekend, I haven't redone stuff. So I'll be doing that this week. So this is that Nature's Own sugar-free life bread. 100% whole wheat, whole grain. And it is 50 calories for 1 slice, 9 grams of carbs for 1 slice, 1 fiber. So it's 8 net carbs for 1 slice. And I'm not going to eat more than 1 slice of this bread. So I guess it depends on what you really, oh, sorry about that. My Rocky dog, he's staring at the bread because he thinks he's getting a treat. And he's like, oh my gosh, what has she got that's in her hands? You can't see him right now, but yeah, he's right here. Always where the food is, Rocky dog will be. Yes, I'm talking about you. So I've got my onion cooking in here, and garlic, always got to have garlic. Not every one of them will say garlic, but I gotta have it. So I did about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, just throwing that in there. Because we are garlic fanatics. We love garlic. And sometimes I even add a little bit of powdered garlic, just depending on my garlic mood. And of course, salt and pepper. You know, just gotta have the salt and pepper. This is some pink salt. Hold on, I'm gonna lay in. And I have some black pepper. And you can add this now, or you can add it after you add the coleslaw. So I actually will also put, sometimes I'll just add onion powder. Depending on if I don't have onion, you can mix onions, however you can do it. And I've even done the frozen bell pepper onion mixes that you can buy in the store, and I'll throw those in here. I mean, egg rolls are like your creation of whatever you want, but it's all good. So that's what I always say. I mean, if you want to create something a little different, that's your choice. So, I mean, whatever your taste buds are. I mean, if you're brand new to cooking and you want to follow the directions, I get it. If you're not and you want to try something different and you know the basics, then you can do it, no problem. So I just mixing that in, getting all kind of cooked in. Okay, so now all I'm doing is using a prepackaged tricolor coleslaw. It has the carrots and the green cabbage and red cabbage in it. Because the carrots kind of, I mean, you don't have to have the ones with carrots, but I do. Because I also sometimes make this other dish called lumpia. It's a Filipino dish. My friend got me started, and my son loves it. Only thing different is that one has potatoes in it. So you can actually do your own version if you want and not put potatoes in. I thought about doing radishes, but I didn't. You can probably do turnips, however you want to do it, as your potato substitute. So I don't know where my scissors are. Of course, they're hiding. No. So I'm just gonna. Oh my gosh! My son is outside, scared the mess out of me. Okay, I'm going to hurt him. And no, I'm not going to use this knife. I'm just opening my bag. Okay, so we're going to put the coleslaw mix in with the cooked meat. I'm going to hurt my son over there. Yes, I am. I screamed, Christian. So, and we will have a special guest on today, really quick too, just to taste at the very end. He goes super fast on, you know, coming in and out, you know, so I'll have to show you, you'll have a sneak peek at my special guest. So all you're doing is you're just mixing in the coleslaw mixture, just kind of cooking it down just a little bit, and then you're just gonna keep on letting that sit for a minute and cook. So some little hints about our special guest today. One, he loves the color red, and he's like so fast at everything he does, and he heals super fast too. So those are some quick hints, and like I said, not too long from now you'll get to figure out who that is. But I'm sure, you know, you'll get to see his identity really soon. So you don't have to cook it all the way down. You can have it a crunchier egg roll base with the cabbage, or you can make it softer. It's kind of your own choice. I usually don't do too much because by the time everybody gets to the table, it's kind of softened anyway. So I will usually just kind of leave it at a certain point and then be done with it. And then by the time everybody gets to the table or in the bowl, then it will be ready. So at this point, you can either add more garlic powder, more onion powder, or not. It's whatever you want to do. Sometimes people will add soy sauce to their mixtures. Sometimes they won't. I do sometimes. I won't for this one today, but you can. If you like that more Asian taste for the egg roll, you can, but because I'm going to add it to some spring rolls, I'm going to let that option be for the people who want to use that if they want when they eat it. So we also, at this point, we're going to add ground ginger. I have about 2 teaspoons in here. You can, depending on your taste levels, you can add or take away, however. So this just kind of gives it that Asian flair. Just mix it, just kind of spread it in because you're going to mix it all in. And you can smell the ground ginger. And you can use real ginger if you have that in stock. I don't. Not something that I keep around. Okay, just mix that in really well. Rocky Dog has found our secret special guest behind the camera, and I don't think our special guest is fast enough for Rocky Dog. So, and then at this point, you can add an egg if you choose, or not. If you have an egg allergy, you don't have to. I add an egg because it kind of gives a little bit more rich flavor. But my son has an egg allergy, but he seems to be okay with this because the doctor cleared him for an egg allergy, but we have to be careful on what eggs we give him. So we don't have any issues with this particular way of doing it. I think it's mostly when it's cooked, he's okay. So you just crack an egg, put it in there, and then just mix it up into your egg roll in a bowl and let it cook. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit. I mean, you can keep it up low to medium during the whole thing because it's kind of up to you what your choice is. So you just really want the egg to cook, and it will cook as you mix it in. So this past weekend I was horrible on my keto diet, you know, my low carb. We had wedding cake, my son has pies, food, and I wasn't at home because it's out of town, so hotel. Bed and breakfast, actually, a really great bed and breakfast in Starkville, Mississippi. Properties at 4,300 properties at 4,300. Really nice couple was our host. We really enjoyed them. So, however, our you saw my dirty dishes. So, however, our keto was not as evident over the weekend. So we have to get back on track. So this is actually cooking up again. So we're kind of heating it up. Just make sure the egg cooks, and then. But we had a beautiful wedding. My son and now my daughter-in-law. A beautiful wedding, great venue, great weather, lots of good times, so we enjoyed it. So that's pretty much done. So what I do at the end, I usually add some sesame seed oil just over the top. Just kind of continues giving that rich flavor. You can add about a tablespoon of that. Just put it on top, mix it in a little bit more. That's completely optional. It won't make a difference if you don't. So don't worry about it. So it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some egg roll in a bowl. Because my special guest is just got to go really quick. So we're going to put just a little bit in the bowl so our special guest can try. And so, would you like a special guest appearance now? Would you like to try to eat the egg roll in a bowl?
Thank you.
Well, I guess that's the only sneak peek we get. I don't know. Should he come to this side really quick too? To kind of, all we saw was his hand. I don't know. He's not telling me what he wants. Okay, so what do you think of egg roll in a bowl?
It's good. It's delicious.
Oh,
It's in a bowl.
are you going to give us a sneak peek?
It's delicious.
So, do we know who it is? What is your name?
Flash.
But is that your real name?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's my special guest.
Yeah,
so enjoy your egg roll in a bowl, and I'll talk to you later. Flash approved. Bye.